I'm selfish, and you should be too. I just got out the shower and I am just going to put this cream, is it a cream? Curl enhancing smoothie in my hair. And we're just gonna have a little bit of a chat. I just kind of wanted to pick up the camera and talk a little bit about something that's been on my mind. I've been wanting to make a video about this for the past, I'd say for the past like week and a half. It kind of came into my head when I was reading a chapter of the 4 attachments, which if you haven't read, I highly recommend it. It will definitely change your life. What I kind of wanted to talk about was why I am a selfish person and why I think you should be too. So if you're new here, hi, welcome. Whoever you are, wherever you are, welcome. If you're not, thank you for coming back. I appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed the last video, and if you haven't watched it, I suggest that you watch it because I know. Like I said, I'm just going to be doing my hair and then I'm just gonna do my skincare really quickly. There's really not much to it. I have a really simple skincare routine, and then from there we'll probably wrap this video up. I don't think it's going to be a long one. This is more of a little sit down and just me talking. Like I said in my last video, I want it to feel like we're on FaceTime, so it's just me sharing my thoughts with you and just sharing some tips that have helped me along the way and that are still helping me to this day. And in case anyone is wondering, which I highly doubt anyone is, but you never know, this is what I'm using on my hair. It's by Sheer Moisture. It is so good and it smells very fruity. It's got like a nice tropical coconut vibe. It's got coconut oil, silk protein, neem oil. I don't know what that is. I'm selfish because I simply put myself first every time. I started realizing that I was putting everyone else's needs, and by everyone else's I just mean certain people around me or in situations. I started putting their needs first. Their priorities suddenly became my priorities, the things that I was worrying about. And that, sorry, I'm just looking at myself in the mirror, and that is when I realized that I needed to start being more selfish, even though I've always been this way. But at some point I just kind of let that go and I stopped putting myself first in every situation. I'm not saying you have to, but you should, because I have learned that we simply cannot fill someone else's cup, or at least help them fill their cup if yours is empty. I simply cannot help someone fill their cup if I haven't put the time and taken care of myself first. If my cup is empty and I have nothing to give, then what is the point? How am I supposed to be there for people around me? How am I supposed to support and be there for the people that I love? And it is okay to have boundaries, and I'm sure that you will be able to relate to this, or maybe not, but I have been in situations in which I've had friends that will, I think you're gonna know what type of friend I'm talking about, but that friend that simply will only call you when they have something going on in their lives, and I mean something bad going on in their lives. They'll only call you to dump their trauma on you, to cry on the phone to you, but when they have good things going on, they are simply nowhere to be seen. And that is a problem, because if you're the type of person that I am, or the type of person that I was anyway, you take people's problems and you make them your own. That's Diesel. He just came to say hello. That's a huge issue. Hold on, I think he wants to get out. Well, he's gonna have to figure it out. If you're the type of, oh my god, he's actually opened the door. I was that type of person that would take someone else's problem and make it my own. The issue with that is that although it's cool and it's so good to be there for your friends when they need you, and you should be there for them when they need you, but when you take someone else's problem and you make it your own, you're suddenly stressing and worrying about things that have nothing to do with you. Things that you literally shouldn't be stressing about. You have your own life. It messes with your energy. You'll start feeling like you're mentally exhausted. Like you'll genuinely be exhausted mentally and physically, because all that's on your mind is this person's issues and situations that you're trying to help them with, whilst you're also trying to figure out and navigate your own issues and problems and your own life. And probably also, if you're doing that with your friends, then 9 times out of 10 you're probably also doing that with your family, and you're trying to be there for them, and not trying to be there for them. I don't want to say be there for them, because there's nothing wrong in that. I'd say more you're trying to solve everyone else's problems, which probably makes you a people pleaser too, which just will not help you. And being a people pleaser is probably the worst trait to have. And trust me, this is coming from someone that was a people pleaser back when I'm gonna say between the ages of like 12 to 17 roughly. I feel like most people around those years are people pleasers, or they try to be, mainly because you're just trying to fit in, you're trying to find your people, you're trying to figure it out, and you don't want to be that person that quote unquote has no friends or is a loner. When you grow up a little bit more and you actually enter the adult world, you realize that being a people pleaser is not the way to go. You do not want to be that person that is trying to just constantly make everyone around you happy, make everyone like you, make everyone love you. You don't want to be disliked, which I understand. No one wants to be disliked, but you have to realize in this life you will be disliked, and that's okay. You are going to meet people that have different opinions to you. There's nothing wrong with that. If anything, that's quite interesting. You can actually have a conversation about something, and maybe you learn something new, and maybe they'll learn something new. Doesn't mean you're trying to change their minds, doesn't mean they're trying to change your mind. You're allowed to have different opinions to everyone else, and I personally like meeting people that have completely different opinions than I do, because I always learn something new. I always do. I keep doing this because I feel like I've got Diesel's hairs like on my face. It's shedding season at the moment, so his hairs are all over the house, which is just not ideal. If you're someone that is a people pleaser, I'd definitely say start with that. In situations in which you are tempted to say, yeah, me too, stop, think first, and just ask yourself, do I actually agree? Or do I actually have my own opinion? And if you have your own opinion, it's okay to share it. You don't have to agree with everyone. You don't have to think the same as everyone. There's nothing wrong with being yourself. And I said this in the last video, and if you haven't watched it, then please go watch it, because that would be really cool. And maybe leave a comment and say that you went to that video from watching this one. So when it comes to being selfish, I feel like there is an art to it almost, you know, because there's a very fine line between selfish because you care about yourself, you have principles, you value yourself, you put yourself first in situations in which most people probably wouldn't, that ends up leading to them wishing that they probably did. There's a very fine line between that and the complete opposite, which is selfish to the point in which you simply don't care about those around you. That is not what I am saying you should do. What I'm saying you should do is to put yourself first. If you're in a situation in which, do you know what, this is probably the perfect example. If, and this has happened to me, okay, a friend will come to you, or I don't really know if you can even class them as friends, to be honest. If people are doing this to you, I don't really know if they are classed as friends. I'm still kind of even figuring that out myself. But I've been in situations in which I have had people in my life that will literally see me as, well, I feel that they see me as a trauma bin. They just get to dump all their trauma and everything that is going wrong in their life into me. They just dump it all because they know that I will listen. They know that I will prioritize their problems over my own. And I've had to learn that it is okay to set boundaries and to say, look, right now I am not in the right space of mind to be dealing with your problems. I'm still trying to figure it out myself. There's nothing wrong with saying that. If they're a true friend, they will understand. If you don't understand, then probably done yourself a favor there. And this video probably feels extremely laid back and relaxed, and that is because it is. I am literally just chilling in my dressing room and I can smell my dinner. It's almost done. I think it might actually already be done, and I'm starving. So like I said, this video is going to be a really short one. I really don't want to just ramble on and just speak for the sake of speaking, but I really wanted to pick up the camera and talk about this because it also serves me as a reminder that it is okay to be selfish, and more people should be selfish. Selfish in the sense of, again, putting yourself first, putting your emotions first, and valuing that. Valuing your time, valuing your peace, valuing your energy. And not everyone should be allowed to be around your energy, let alone shift your energy. You shouldn't let everyone do that. You shouldn't let anyone do that for that matter. Put yourself first. Thank you. I'm going to assume that you blessed me, and if you didn't, Anyway, I just wanted to come on here and just talk to you guys for a little bit before I go and have my dinner, which I can't wait to have. Like I said, I'm starving. I hope you've enjoyed this and I hope you got something out of it. If you haven't, that's okay. Maybe you will in the next one. I hope to see you again next week or potentially this Sunday. I'm hoping to edit this and post it between today and tomorrow. Today's Monday the 29th of July, so I'm hoping to have this edited and posted by tonight or tomorrow morning, which will be Tuesday 30th of July. So hopefully I see you again in my next video, which will be this coming Sunday. Whoever you are, wherever you are, put yourself first and protect your peace and your energy. Lots of hugs and kisses.